Tonight, on Tiny Builds, Tiny Tips. Household items moving by themselves, smoke bombs, and confusion.
I just saw a carton of milk with a mustache on it walk outside.
The adults say it's kids being kids, but all signs point to a clown neighbor. Find out how to use and combat the clown neighbor, coming up next. In August of 1992, the Golden Apple Amusement Park opened up to the Ravenbrooks community. But after the tragic accident involving the new roller coaster and the loss of a valued community member, the park closed down and became an abandoned wasteland. In its wake, though, a new type of neighbor came to be. This neighbor was the clown neighbor. The clown-type neighbor is a master of stealth and deception. Due to his time in the amusement park, the clown neighbor has learned the art of camouflage and can transform himself into inanimate objects. These objects could be a television, a potted plant, a potato sack, a box, and more. This camouflage allows the neighbor to blend in with his surroundings and ambush his prey. If you're the neighbor, it's recommended you wait at high traffic locations where the players are bound to walk by, such as entryways and the basement door.
I'm going up to distract. Oh, there he is! Go, go, go,
You
go!
can also stalk your prey from a distance and follow them around the map if you wish to track them. While disguised as an object, the clown neighbor has unlimited stamina, can interact with items, and grab players. If you can grab a player while their back is turned, they won't even know who grabbed them, thus keeping your identity safe.
I don't know who it is either.
However, in the event your identity is revealed, you may need to take some defensive measures. A useful tactic as the neighbor is to use the camouflage ability to jump farther and transform yourself into smaller objects that are difficult to hit. This tactic will allow you to be more evasive and can be useful if you're facing off against multiple players at once. If you're having difficulty distinguishing the camouflaged neighbor from the environment, look for the patented mustache that can be found on any object the neighbor becomes. Players should note that they cannot pick the item the neighbor has transformed into, and if you suspect the neighbor might be an object, throw something at it.
Yep.
Damaging the neighbor while he is in the camouflaged form will reveal his true identity. The clown neighbor can also be knocked out of his camouflaged disguise if he takes fall damage as well. A bonus tip is to pay attention to sounds of shuffling around the house. If you hear shuffling instead of footsteps, the clown neighbor might be close by. And if you see a household item walking towards you, run!
Ideally,
Whoa!
that's
Behind me! Help, 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 help!
Where's behind me?
I'm third floor, coming upstairs.
Another ability of the clown neighbor is smoke bombs. These bombs cover a 20-meter area and last 20 seconds. Any players caught wandering within the vicinity of the smoke bombs will have limited vision and take damage over time until they are knocked down. Players cannot crouch under the smoke, but they can run through it. The neighbor is immune to any damage within the smoke while in the neighbor or the child form. If you're not the neighbor, it's best to clear out from the smoke and stay far away until the smoke clears. The neighbor can also use the smoke as a getaway if he needs to hide and recover his health. If used in a tight space, however, a smoke bomb can easily consume an entire room, thus trapping the players within. Finally, the neighbor can confuse players who escape from his grasp. When confused, a player's screen will sparkle white and their movement speed will be reduced, making it easier for the clown neighbor to capture them a second time. To avoid confusion, it is best to take on the clown neighbor in groups of 2 and not solo, unless you feel very confident in your skills and can avoid capture at all costs. Despite the clowning around, I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode of Tiny Builds, Tiny Tips. I'll see you next week. In the meantime though, if you enjoyed the video, why not leave a like? share it with your friend across the street, leave a comment, and subscribe right here on Tinybuild Games' YouTube channel. And remember, be sure to keep an eye on your neighbor.
What were you? I didn't even see you.
Spotted plant.
Ugh.